All right, good morning. Welcome to part two. Why are post-war booms important? All right, so what we find is typically following any sort of long protracted post-Civil War or major conflict, is that we tend to see a multi-year bull market run with share market indexes rising to the thousands of a percent and share prices following upwards of 250%. So let's just take a quick look at a couple of articles. The first one's CNBC Markets, and it talks about how 3,453 days later, the longest US bull market becomes the longest in record following World War II. So that article's there out there for you to read. There's also another a recent article. Hang on, we'll get rid of that. I don't want that one. Where it talks about CNBC again, talks about how on the bull market's 9th birthday, it's the longest bull market for the Dow post World War II, according to the Loohole Group. The first bull market went for roughly 15 years following World War II, and now we've been in a bull market since that again, and we're currently in a bull market. So this is a little bit of history, but the most important thing I wanted to talk to you about was not so much the Dow or the US stock market, was to have a look at post-war booms and have a look at several countries. The first one is the Tehran stock market. So their TEDx average finished at above 166,000 points after a three-day rally, in stock prices show no signs of lessening up. So they're upwards of 176,000 points as of today. TEDx averaged its winning streak to a third session on the Tehran stock market on Monday to climb 763.30 points. The key market gauge rose 128 points on Sunday, and Saturday TEDx grew by 4,778 or 3%, which is the biggest single session points gain for the market in 4 years. The main index clawed back 166,000 points for the first time since January 19. So, like I said, these opportunities only really occur post-Civil War or major conflict. And as I said, we get to see large multi-year bull market runs with share market indexes rising in the thousands of percent and share prices following. The Colombo stock market started off at 500 points and rose quickly to over 3,000 points, with share prices increasing 250% following a 30-year civil war. It's currently sitting at 5,803 points. The Zimbabwe stock market is another one we can look at. Has been seeing record gains as citizens turn to equities to protect their money from the country's hyperinflation. Their current currency's in the tank, it's worthless. Their benchmark industrial index soared 257% on Tuesday, up from a previous one-day record of 241%, with some companies seeing share prices increase by upwards of 3,500%. That's right, shares plus 3,000%. Now, in June 2015, now we head over to Pakistan. So we look at Khaleej Times, reported that since 2009, the Karachi stock market in Pakistan, exchange in Pakistan equities delivered 26% a year for US dollar investors, making Karachi one of the top performing stock markets in the world. The Karachi KSE 100 launched in November 1991 with a base of 2,000 points. By February 2000, it had skyrocketed to 12,285 points, and as of 2017, it hit an all-new high and is currently sitting at 49,876 points. So let's think back to Kuwait. They're sitting at 5,500 points, and Iraq's currently sitting at 476, 480 points. So, the potential there is huge. So why am I talking about other stock markets and performance? It's the unlimited untapped potential and potential of exponential growth following the end of civil wars. History's on our side. As I said, analysts are predicting the Iraq stock market to hit 13,000%, and it's currently sitting at roughly 486 points. So there's a big boom coming. There's quite a few stock markets around the world in both Asia and the East. The fact that this is the best time to be an investor, this could, as I said, could be the goose that laid the golden egg. There's nowhere in the world you can buy stocks at these prices and reap possibly exponential profits. As the saying goes, to make money in stocks, follow the big money. With a number of small private equity hedge funds already in Iraq, combined securities totaling 150 million US dollars, this is the place to be. If you're new to the stock market, you've probably heard the term penny stocks. So what are penny stocks? These are simply stocks bought for pennies. What I can tell you is that these are less than a penny stock. Quite possibly each share could be worth a tenth of a penny. Sound crazy, right? Well, it is, and it's real. It's a real investment with real possibilities. Not only are these 1/10 of a penny stocks, but these are blue chip stocks in banks at ridiculously low prices. And as I said, the time to buy is now. The time to invest is now. That's all I wanted to talk about. Like I said, feel free to do your own homework. At the end of the day, everything is out there for you to see. You can look up, the Colombo stock market on Wikipedia. You can look up, the Karachi stock market. You can look up, do some Google searches on World War II and their bull market runs for the Dow index. There's only an upside to this investment, and as I said, if you're going to make one investment in a lifetime, this is it. So stay tuned for part 3 where we'll talk about the investment club. That's it from me. Happy investing.